Hello, and welcome to vOrg. I'm Brian Watrous. This is the sixth in a 10-part video series in which we're exploring how to build a vCenter Orchestrator environment on top of VMware Fusion. In the previous video, we saw how to install the second of our two virtual ESXi hosts, and in this video, we're going to see how to install the vSphere client. Installing the vSphere client is rather straightforward. We're going to launch the vSphere client installer. We'll select our installation language. We'll accept the end user license agreement. Then we'll specify the installation folder. We'll click OK, and the installation will proceed pretty straightforwardly. But before you begin the installation, you need to set up sharing in Fusion. Let's take a look at a demo. I'll show you how to set up sharing, and then I'll step you through the vSphere client installation. As you can see, I have my two hosts running. We're going to leave those alone for right now. What we're going to do is go into this Windows 7 VM that I plan on installing the vSphere client into. We'll go to Settings, and then in Settings, in order to be able to access the vSphere client installer, which is over on the Mac OS X side, I'm going to go set up sharing. As you can see, I've actually already done so. I have shared folders turned on, and I've added 3 folders from my Mac OS X side of the world: my desktop folder, my documents folder, and my downloads folder. The only one that matters for what we're doing right now is the documents folder. So notice I previously clicked the plus button and added in documents, and documents is currently checked, meaning that it is shared between my Mac and my Windows 7 VM. So make certain that you set up sharing so that when we go over into Windows, you'll be able to browse to the vSphere client installer file. So I'm going to double click. When I shared the folders, it automatically created a folder on my desktop called VMware Shared Folders, which incidentally is actually just the Z drive. So in Z:, I'm going to go into the Documents folder. In here, I'm going to go to where I previously downloaded the vSphere client installer in the Virtual Machines folder. In here, I placed the installation file into this folder, and this folder, and in this folder. So you can see the path name up here if you didn't follow all that. But here is the actual installer. So we'll double click the installer to begin the installation. We'll click yes to continue with the installation and allow the installer to extract itself. Now that the installer has extracted itself, it's asking us to pick our installation language. I'll choose English. And the installation begins. So we'll click Next. We'll accept the end user license agreement. Click Next. We'll use the default installation folder and click Next. Then we'll click the Install button. And with that, the installation is complete. So that's the end of this demonstration. Be sure to watch the next video, because in that video we'll be showing how to install and configure the vCenter server.